convince progressive Democrats to vote for you over Biden?
Well, if you're a progressive Democrat, you probably supported Bernie Sanders because he supported Medicare for all.
Yeah.
He was the only one with a serious Green New Deal. And I wrote an article about that in the fall. Bernie's wasn't as aggressive as ours, but his was serious. And every single other Democrat was not serious.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to say Trump calls climate change a hoax, but the Democrats act as if it's a hoax, with the exception of Bernie during the primaries. So if you're for those things, you got to vote for those things. If you vote for Biden, nobody's going to know you're for Medicare for all or a full-strength Green New Deal. You get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
You voted for Biden. You vote for the Green Party, you're voting for Medicare for all and a full-strength Green New Deal and tuition-free public college and a wealth tax and all the good things that Bernie was for, plus more things that we want to do. So make your vote count. Don't waste it. You waste your vote when you vote for the lesser evil because you disappear as a progressive.
Yeah.
Supporting the corporate establishment. So that's my argument to those folks. And that's the second biggest bucket of votes we're going for. The biggest bucket is the 100 million people that didn't come out and vote in 2016 because they didn't like either Trump or Clinton. And those are disproportionately working class people, people of color, and young people. And we think we have a message that speaks to those folks. And the longer term goal of this campaign and the Green Party is to build a mass-based party so those people know us personally, so they trust us. We're in their communities with local chapters. And they can get involved, or at least if they got issues, they can come talk to us.
Yeah, I find the two-party system it really leaves a lot of people out. Like you said, there was many people who just didn't vote at all because it was Trump and Clinton, and they were both just poor candidates. And then you had, the Bernie Sanders wing in 2016, and they said, oh, screw you, I'm voting for Trump. And you had maybe, I think it was 20% of them voted for Trump. And you have the DNC basically, by nominating these terrible candidates, just helping someone like Trump rise to power and be elected. But my next question actually was kind of a follow-up to this about how do you feel, or what would you say to Democrats who are voting for Joe Biden simply because he's not Trump, even though they may know that Joe Biden is bad, but they're just doing it because he's not Trump?
Trump is toast. Trump can't win. He's a loser. He's lost this election already. He's going to be on the ballot in the fall with 250,000 COVID deaths on his hands. And people know that. And the economy is in this COVID crash. It'll be in a depressed situation. And that was his thing. He said, I got the greatest economy ever, et cetera. And he was coasting on what, the rebound from the Great Recession that started under the Obama administration. Well, that wasn't even a legitimate claim, but that is exploded in his face. And all he can do is play the victim. Poor little Donnie Trump, COVID got him. It's unfair. Grow up. This guy is a loser, and I think people see it. He's the emperor that's got no clothes. And finally, people are looking over and saying, yeah, this guy is naked. Because COVID is affecting even Trump voters. Their own people starting to get sick. He's running around like Typhoid Mary, making his own staff and supporters sick at these super spreader rallies. The guy is a menace. So I would just say to people, don't worry about it. Trump is toast. The question is, where do we go from here? And where Biden wants to take us is back to the status quo, which created the conditions under which Trump got elected. Trump told people a bunch of lies. Clinton looked like the status quo. And a lot of people said, well, let's try something else. And, Donald Trump's a failed businessman, but they bought the reality TV show where he played a successful businessman. Yeah. But I think, that game is up. That hustle is over. And I think the people see that. And what did I see a poll today? Monmouth has Biden up 52 to 39%. Trump is toast. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Let's think about where we go from here.